Hey, 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 everybody. Hey, hey, hey. It is the bad guy, yes. And welcome to another edition of Sista Sessions. Hello, hello, hello. Now, y'all come in here, get comfortable. I'm getting a few people started. I'm just waiting for, of course, the bold one. Now, don't worry, Bougie's on vacation, but she will return next week to join in all the fun. I see the bold one is on right now. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, what's going on? Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
Better than ever, but yeah, still standing as usual. Ooh.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you for being so awesome and helping me. You are a
That's what
great
the
co-host.
that's what sisters are for. High five, high five. I ain't
Yes,
gonna be
high five.
stranded. Never that. Never, never, never that.
Never that.
So everyone, thank
Oh,
you for joining us. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm about to interrupt being all bad. Go ahead, Bo.
Bold is up in here. So back, I got us started today. Thank you, love. We up in here. It's Thursday night. You know what we get ready to do? We get ready to talk about it.
Talk about
But
it. Hey, Mahogany, I see you out there, girl.
hey, Mahogany. Hey, loving. What's this? Loving less hun?
Luscian. Listen,
Luscious?
if we mess up
Loving.
your name, please forgive us. But we see you.
Please
We
forgive
see
us.
you.
Hey, I'm loving this backdrop, Felicia. Yes,
Yes,
but
honey. Talking to the mic, please. Talking
I
to the
like
mic,
it.
okay?
I
Ugh.
like it. I like it. Look what I remember today is my girl stacked on here.
Come through with the bracelets.
Come through.
Yes. Come
Even
through.
I gotta show
Yeah.
you guys the blue
Oh,
ones. I gotta show you the blue
yes.
ones. Gotta show
Listen,
you the
and
blue ones.
you see what I'm rocking today. True to the blue.
I see you. So yes, you see these, aren't they beautiful? And then we have some black ones over here. And she even does these really, here, I'll slide you one more. I'll slide you one
Slide
more.
through.
You see
Okay.
these?
We're looking extra cute.
Yes.
Cute.
So I don't
I
know if
love
you on
it.
here stacked, but I'm shouting you out right now. These bracelets, they're everything.
Yes, yes. We love them. We love it. So okay, let's get into it. We've been keeping the people waiting for long enough.
Yes, yes, yes. So, it's my week to start things off. So, I wanted to start as just with what is the purpose of Sister Sessions, right? I really sat with that this week, right? And I was like, okay, what is the purpose of Sister Sessions? So, I was thinking, me and you, we've been friends since what? I was 17 years old. We don't talk
Mm-hmm.
every day, do we?
Nah.
No, no. And
Nah.
sometimes it might be months, like really long months, and we don't talk. And then when we talk, it's like we never stop talking, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Right. And then I was sitting there and I'm just like, and then our conversations be mad therapeutic. I be feeling like
We're
when I
talking
come
we're
out, I
talking like
came
three
from the,
we're talking like 3 hour conversations. Yes. Getting caught up on everything. So yes. We
yes,
have therapy sessions.
right. So I was like, okay, so Sister Sessions, let's see if we could do that for people. You know what I mean? Let's see if we
Absolutely.
could bring some of our good juju to people, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I totally agree with you as far as the purpose because we all need that person to kind of lean on, just to vent to. And surprisingly, people have a lot of friends, but they don't have those people that they can really lean on. So that's where
Yes.
we
Yes.
enter. We enter,
Yes.
come into the room. Let's talk about
Strong
some
shoulders.
things. Yes, let's talk
Strong
about some
shoulders.
things. Yes, get
Strong
into
shoulders.
it. Yes, 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 yes. And you're
So,
absolutely right. We have been friends for quite some time. We ain't even gonna give away
yeah,
our age. Some of y'all already know, but And you're right. You're right. We don't skip a beat when we link up, and that's the important
yeah.
part. Okay.
Right, right.
So y'all, that's what we here
So,
for.
I definitely wanted to reel us into some conversations that we thought would help people because it's helped
Mm-hmm.
us.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight we want to talk about co-parenting.
Mm.
Co-parenting. So
Mm-hmm.
co-parenting with that person when you're not with them. Co-parenting with that person when they're with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Co-parenting. Now, the reason I had actually chose the topic of co-parenting is because I was thinking about our children, our youth, right? So
Mm-hmm.
children
Absolutely.
mirror what they see us do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So we have
Mm-hmm.
these crazy stories going on right now where people are doing crazy things. You cheat on me, I'm kill you and our
Yes.
kids.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
What?
Yes. Yes.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
So then we are sitting there and we're like, well, why are our kids doing the same thing? Well, they're doing the
Mm-hmm.
same thing because they're mirroring what we're doing. So
Absolutely.
uh the bad guy, are you married? Let's get into it. Are
Absolutely
you
not.
married?
No, I am not married. Not yet, but I think somebody's working on it. But I kid. I kid.
Ooh,
But listen, I kid. Listen, these hands. Okay.
I know that's right.
But no, but I am co-parent. Okay, let me give you a little bit of background. I had two serious relationships in my life that produced children. I am able to co-parent successfully with one, but not so much the other one. I'm trying though. I'm trying. And sometimes, I get hot-headed and lash out because he done did something or said something that has nothing to do with the child. And then I have to look
Mm.
at my son and be like, now, oh, that wasn't even necessary. How can we as parents make it better? Now, the one I'm able to co-parent with, we are best friends. And I
Okay.
think that's because we've been through so much that we have a mutual respect for each other. And here's the important thing. We are totally over our romantic involvement.
How about that part?
That's big. That's key. That's key because when you're able to co-parent effectively, it's because you're over that romantic part and you truly want the best for your children and you want to make sure that you set an example and you always want to make sure that they know mommy and daddy are not together. However, that does not affect our love for you.
Very true.
Now,
Very, very
now,
true.
so now on the flip side, we got that parent. We just can't. We can't. We bump heads no matter what. I say the
Okay.
sky is blue. He said the sky is green. I said, well, our son can do this. Oh no, he can. Oh, why can't we just come together? And then what I started noticing is the questions weren't always about our son. So how are you able to co-parent with somebody who's not quite over the relationship?
So then, to me, that is when maturity has to step into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Maturity has to walk right on in. Because what
Mm-hmm.
maturity says is, it's not about me, it's not about you, it's about our children. And when it's about your
Exactly.
children, all that extra stuff that's going on, if we put our children first, if we put setting a good example for our children first, that even means you can set your feelings aside for this person because it's not to the benefit of the child. If I sit up here and I do all of these feelings that I have on you, with you, or towards you, and it's impeding in my relationship with my child, you know?
Yes.
So I
Yes.
think that there's two stages. I think there's the place where you guys get to that mutual respect because the romantic part is gone. But
Mm-hmm.
then the other part is because sometimes people can't get over it. And you don't know how long that's going to take. But that child still
Mm.
needs you. So how do you do
Right.
that? It's called maturity. It's not about you and that person. It's about that child that needs to see healthy relationships so they can imitate healthy relationships as an adult.
Oh, good
And
point.
then we
Good
can have some
point.
healthy adults walking around. How about that?
Listen. You
How
hit it
about it?
right. Listen, you hit it right on the head when it comes to maturity. But let me be honest with you, because you guys know I'm always in bad guy mode when I have to be. I ain't always the bigger person. Okay. You
You
know,
are?
you listen, you go low, I sink you to hell. Okay. But I have learned that that is not a good thing, because you're right. The children suffer. They
Yes.
suffer.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
have to be able to have an actual conversation with that partner. And you're right, Mahogany, healthy boundaries. But what happens when you
Healthy
set those
balance.
boundaries and that person just does not respect the boundaries because they still are asking for closure? It's like,
Yeah.
sir, we have
Yeah.
a child. The relationship didn't work
Yeah.
out. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's
Mm.
okay. But we have, and here's the other thing that we must remember not to do. Don't put these children in adult situations.
Ooh.
There's no place for that. They don't need to
Mm.
know, oh, mommy and daddy are fighting what they're fighting about. That's not their place.
It
They
really
are only
isn't.
supposed to know that both parents love them, will take care of them, and provide for them. Now, we can go at war when our kids are nowhere around, but when they're in front, we are a solid, united front.
Period. You got to face it.
Period.
That's called
Listen,
maturity. Because
because
again, it's
listen,
for the betterment of that child. It's not
yes,
about you.
and listen, because you know I'm about to be in bad guy mode, and let's not pretend we
Uh-oh.
don't know who. Let's not pretend we don't know our children, okay? Because our children get the slightest inkling that mommy and daddy are not fighting or not getting along. They use that to their advantage.
Yup.
Oh, well, mommy
Yup.
said no. Dad gonna say yes because it's gonna irritate mom, and I'm winning. Oh, no, 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 no. We're not about to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. We
At
are going
first,
to be
boy.
united, even if
Yeah.
it kills us. We're going to be united for our children, because it's exactly what you said. It is about producing healthy, mentally stable, emotionally stable
Yes.
children.
Yes.
That's what it
Yes.
comes down to.
Agreed. I mean, and then if you just think about it, if we can teach our children how to handle their emotions,
Mm-hmm.
if we can teach them how to make healthy decisions and not make emotional decisions, we can save them
Exactly.
from a lot of pitfalls, number one. And,
Exactly.
and number two, we can promote better community. Maybe some of this crazy stuff we see going on, it might stop or at least decrease.
Absolutely.
But my whole thing is just understanding that our children, the little folk, they're watching us. They're watching everything that we do. And they will mirror what you do. So if
Oh,
you walk
absolutely.
around calling your baby daddy a no good MFer, your kid gonna think that his dad is a no good MF. And that's not even
And
good language. Should we even say stuff like that? You should
absolutely
not.
not.
That's
Absolutely
not
not.
appropriate.
And then if you're in a situation like me, where I have a blended family, that's what we are, a blended family. You don't want that child to take on that emotional burden, saying, "Oh well, because you don't like my dad, does that mean you don't like me? Does that mean you don't love me?"
Ooh.
So that's where
Mm.
you have to reassure that child, "No, no, honey. Mommy and daddy may not get along all the time, but
Mm.
I assure you, we love you equally." Okay?
Right.
And that child has the right to love both parents. Okay? Some of us need to stop pitting our child against the other parent. You know, you're trying to buy this child's affection and love, and all they want you to do is spend some time, read a book with them or
Right.
something.
Then
Don't
read a
don't
daggone
do
book to these
not
kids.
weaponize your child against the other person, no matter how much you dislike them, no matter how much you can't get along.
Right.
Because these children didn't ask to be here. They asked to be loved, provided for, and watch them grow into productive people. And when
Adults,
people
yeah.
see your child out
Yeah.
there, that is a reflection of you. The one thing I hear about my son now, listen, the one thing people will say about my
Say it
children,
again.
your
Say it
children are
again.
so, so well mannered. They are so respectful. They are, they are really great people. And don't think I don't catch them looking at me with the side eye because they know my attitude be in rare form sometimes. But in the
They
house,
remember
and
when you weren't
listen,
so, you.
listen. But in this house, yes, we communicate. We talk about
Okay.
our feelings. And it wasn't always easy because I was a young mother and I
Right.
had no idea what it meant to be a mother, what parenting really entailed. So I was growing with my children. And don't get it twisted. Did I have some frustrating moments? Absolutely. But I made
Yeah.
sure my sons were emotionally secure. And let me tell you something else, ladies, because we get into this mode where the man's not doing what we want them to do, or we want to label them this or that. Understand
Mm-hmm.
these guys don't always know what it means to be a father too. They're learning too.
Ooh.
Give them the opportunity to
Mm.
learn, to be better, because we're going to make
So,
mistakes.
so what I hear you saying is we need to give each other grace.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as a young mother, I didn't always do that because one,
Okay.
I was scared being a single mom. I had no idea how I was going to provide for these kids, but I knew I was going to provide. And
Right.
then again, because I wanted him to be the type of father I wanted him to be, we would butt heads
Mm.
instead of letting him
Right.
grow into the father he needed to be.
Yes.
And once that
Yes.
happened, listen, and once that happened,
Yes.
Hunty, we've been best friends ever since. Now
Since everything,
the other one, I'm
we
working
gonna
on.
it's a work in
We going
progress.
we's a
We go
work in progress. I'm
we gonna
working
keep
on
working
it.
on it.
We're gonna keep on working because we are a blended family. Okay,
I
blended
appreciate
family.
that. I appreciate that. The other thing that I was thinking about was also, I've never been with someone who had a child, right? Me,
Mm-hmm.
I have not.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen where people, they don't like the child or they take things out on the child because,
Mm-hmm.
oh, the child looks like mom or dad, and I don't rock with mom or dad, so I ain't rocking with you. The
Right.
child did not ask to be here.
Right.
That child didn't ask to be a child in this situation. So when you're treating that child bad because you're mad at the mother or the father, is that truly fair? And would you have wanted anybody to do that to you? You
Absolutely
know,
not.
so that is something that I've witnessed, where I'm like, well, you're only treating the person bad because you don't like their father, but you with the father, but you treating a child bad. Why?
That goes
Oh,
right
because
back.
the baby
That
look
goes.
like
Yep.
like the mama,
Well, that goes
or
right back to what I said earlier. It goes right back to that. You have to be over the romantic relationship. Okay,
hmm
because when you start looking at the child, oh, you look just like your daddy. Well, whose daddy he's supposed to look like? He's supposed to look like his daddy. You picked him, okay? All right. Or you look
that's
like your
right.
mom.
I know that's right.
Listen, who's this supposed to look like? Okay, you can't take it out on that child. You can't. And when you are a blended family, let me tell you something about being a blended family. When you are the primary parent, and I'm just meaning the child lives with you majority of the time, you are the one that sets the tone in any relationship that you now enter.
Mm.
Okay?
hmm
Which means
hmm
you don't try to pick somebody to replace that child's father because
There
that's
you
where
go.
problems come in too.
There you
We're
go.
co-parenting. Now, my sons have a father who I can call him and he will do what he needs to do. You, as my partner, you're just supposed to back me up. You ain't putting no
There you
hands on
go.
my kids. We ain't doing that. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not going to impede on your ability to interact with my child, and
hmm
your discipline will be heavily monitored. What I mean
hmm
by that is I might ask you, okay, sit down and talk to him.
Right.
Explain what
Right.
happened.
Right.
Don't get riled
Right.
up because listen, if you know me as a bad guy, the one thing you don't want to do is get riled up with my kids.
Listen, let me tell you
Don't do
something.
that.
You don't even need to be the other parent and getting revved up with my kids the wrong kind of way, because then we're gonna have a problem. Because I'm here to
Listen,
protect
a whole
them.
problem,
Period.
a whole problem.
We're
Because
gonna have a whole problem.
again, you set the tone in that relationship. You
There we go.
absolutely do.
Here we
Because I'll
go.
tell you a story right now, and everybody laughs when I say this. As I told you earlier, I had two serious relationships that produced children. So when I was trying to co-parent, the first baby's father, I said, "Well, listen, you're the first baby's father. There's three boys. I'm the common denominator, the common mom. So you're the baby father to all the kids." Okay?
Oh,
So then I had a conversation with the second one. Okay,
wait a
listen.
minute. You the baby daddy of all the kids?
Although you're the second baby's father, you've been around the first batch of kids because I had a set of twins. You've been around the first batch of kids, and now we share a son. They're brothers. They're brothers. So I am the common denominator. I want them to stick together. So you're also the baby father to all the kids. And both of them were like, okay. That's cool. No, 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 no.
Well,
I know what some of y'all thinking. Y'all saw that video where the one dad brought her the one child McDonald's and
I
not
was
the
about
other
to
kids.
say,
Listen,
because so when you buy
listen.
McDonald's for what is a problem?
Listen, listen, listen. That was crazy to me. That was
Yeah.
crazy. But
Okay.
listen, if he were to do that, I'm not even gonna be mad because, okay, you bought your child this. Okay, well, let me go out and buy my other children this so they all still feel included. I'm not gonna embarrass you. I'm not gonna make a
Okay.
big deal out of it because
Okay.
that then takes away your ability to want to be in your child's life because maybe
Right.
you're not over the relationship. Okay, I understand it.
Mm.
Cool. But
Okay.
we're not gonna damage the children.
There you
Okay?
go.
And
There
then
you go.
when my two baby fathers have other children, hey, listen, I'm the mom to all the kids. Bring the babies here. Okay? We are a blended family. We're gonna have happy, healthy, emotionally stable children running around here. Okay? No
Agreed.
matter how crazy we've been
Agreed.
in the past.
Agreed. I mean, okay, so my children's father, he has a child with another person,
Mm-hmm.
and he is with the same person that he was with when him and I separated.
Okay.
So I can attest from coming from a place where it's like I was the person who saw this relationship developing while we were still in a relationship, and then
Mm,
I was like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Okay. So I made a choice to remove myself from the situation. They're still together. So there's that level of, for me, when I had to get over everything, I had to get over stuff that was going on with him and I, but then I had to continue to interact with her
right.
because here we are all these years later, okay? And you have to get over the fact that this person or this situation still prevails itself. And there's a
Yeah.
lot of people, because they don't know how to get over trauma, they don't know how to
Mm-hmm.
deal with their trauma. That's why they stay bitter, they stay mean about it. Me and
Mm-hmm.
her, we ain't got no problems.
Mm-hmm.
When my daughter turned 16, we take pictures together, taking shots together, having a great time. Because you know what? It's not about me.
Exactly.
It's not about me. It's not about her, and it ain't about him. It's
Exactly.
about our children. So if I gotta fake the funk until I'm really in that real space, because in the beginning I was faking. I definitely was. Couldn't stand her. Didn't like her. Wanted to fight her. Definitely wanted to fight her. I tried several times. Definitely did. But look, I got a covering all over me because God knew that was not going to be a good thing. So it never happened, right? And it never happened. And
Yeah.
instead, I used my brain. I got out my feelings and I put my attention on my children,
Exactly.
period. He didn't
Exactly.
matter. She didn't matter. The children matter. And even though they have a child together, even him, I'm not rude to him. Hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? I'm
Mm-hmm.
not rude.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even ask to be here, and you didn't ask to be a part of this stuff. So, again, wisdom, maturity, it all steps in because, again, it's not about me.
Mm-hmm.
It's about my kids. And I need emotionally strong adults out of my children. That's what I need.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Stacked, she joined a little late. Lady,
That's
I
okay.
saw you when you joined. I see you, Stack BB. I did my little. I did my little. You see? I don't know if she is still on
Absolutely.
here because I can't see. But I just wanted to bring that topic to the forefront today because when I'm on IG, when I'm on Facebook, and I'm seeing crazy things that are going on in the world, I'm always like, what happened?
Right.
What made this person feel like this was an option?
Right.
Like, how do we make it so that this isn't the option, that we can go our separate ways and it's okay for us to disagree? How do you do
Right.
that? How do you do that?
It comes down to respect and the ability to communicate. And when I mean
Hmm.
communicate, I'm not talking about you're listening so you can respond. Because, sometimes we be in a mode that says, as soon as he say this, I'm about to say that. Well, no, then I missed the whole point of what you was talking about. The
No.
whole point.
Yeah.
So it comes down to one, respecting that person. And when you respect somebody, you can have a conversation and they can say to you, okay, I ain't like what you did. So let's think of another way of doing that. And get out of the mindset as, oh, I always have to be right. My way is the right way. No other way matters. Well, that's not always true. So
It's definitely not
that
true.
respect part definitely comes in when it comes to co-parenting, and definitely listening. Listening. Because if you was a young parent, there's no handbook for this. You're trying to figure it out right with somebody else as you take on the world. So
Yes.
talk to that person. Even if you think like your relationship is crumbling, take set aside some time and just talk. Talk about what's going on. Because
Yes.
listen, we all know, okay, someone cheats, whatever. That's not always the end of a relationship.
Right.
Talk.
Right.
Talk. We are
Right.
so afraid to talk and we're so afraid of rejection, and we just become so emotional in the moment that we do stuff that is forever
What they
damaging.
say.
I
What they
saw two
say.
stories on social yes. I
They
saw
say
two
like
stories on
hurt
social
people or
media.
something.
Yes. Yes, two stories on social media where fathers who I guess were so distraught about the relationship, they murdered their children. And I think in one case, the guy murdered himself. Please,
I just read that.
please,
Yeah.
please, if you are ever in that moment, reach out to somebody. Look at your support circle. That's a big thing too when you're raising children. Who is your
Yeah.
support? Who is in
Yes.
your ear
Yes.
telling you, listen, let me give you a break if you need a break, or let me give you some suggestions. Don't be so emotionally undisciplined. And this is coming from the bad guy who was always emotionally undisciplined until now. But don't be so emotionally undisciplined that you take an action that you can't reverse.
That's right. Or say something that somebody can't forget.
Exactly. Exactly. And listen, our children, I'm talking about our black children, and I'm nothing against no other children. Our children already have it hard. Okay?
Okay?
They're already
Yeah.
they're already going to face a system that is against them. The
Yes.
last thing they want to do is have to go out in the world and fight, 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 fight. Then come home and
And
fight,
fight
fight,
some
fight, fight,
more.
fight. Give your
That's right.
child some peace and some balance at home too. And hell, give
Right.
yourself some peace and some balance. Ladies, co-parent with that man so when you want to go out, he can come pick up his kids and you can go out with your girls and have
Okay?
a good
People
time.
I tell people this all the time. Y'all be hurting yourselves, okay?
Put yourself,
You be
boo.
hurting yourselves. I
And
learned that
listen,
lesson very quickly. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I have four children. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. And I'm sitting up here and I'm like, hold on. I got all the kids, all of them. And
at
he
the
chill
same time.
at the same time. And he having a good time. Wait a minute, something's wrong. And then people like, you let your children go with, I damn sure did.
Absolutely
I
did.
damn sure did. You
Absolutely.
know why? Because that's how women become bitter. They become mean. You become, because you didn't give yourself a break. It's not easy being a woman. It's not easy being a mother. It's not easy being black. So
Say that part.
please,
Say that
co-parent,
part.
give your children to
Co-parent.
their father. Make
Yeah.
them take care of their children. People be like, Oh, you just dropped your kids off. Show did. What?
And listen, and let me tell you something.
They're fine. They're
And let me
great.
tell you something. When you are an involved parent,
Hmm.
don't worry about who that other person is dating. Oh, they better not touch my kid. They better not listen, girl.
You
They know who the
had
mother
your
is.
children with that man.
They know who the
You,
mother is. And they
exactly.
know if they do something to that child, you coming
It's
for
gonna be
them,
a
they're
problem.
not gonna do that. They're
It's
not
gonna
gonna
be a
do that.
problem.
They're not.
That's a way to try and control a situation that you don't have any control with or any
None.
control of. Like for instance,
None.
I also feel like people do that when they still have romantic feelings. I don't
Yes.
want so and so around my kid. Well, why? Why? That's who they're
Listen.
interested in. So why? If you
Listen.
trust this person to be the father or mother of your child, you should trust them to have their child when they're with them, with by
Exactly.
themselves. Right.
Exactly. Again, that respect thing. I trust you to know that when my child is in your care, you are going to protect them and care for them like if I was there. Because, child, let me
But
tell
this,
you, I remember one situation, I ain't even going to put him out there, but had a little girlfriend, and my son had beautiful hair. And she was like, "Oh, I braided his hair." Girl, thank you. Thank you.
what,
In fact, when he come home, I'm going to
wait a
wrap it up.
minute. Can you do it again,
Oh
please?
gosh.
Because you
Listen,
saving me a
listen,
couple dollars
it
and
got to the
some
point.
time.
Listen, it got to the point I would wash his little hair, put it up in a little afro puff, girl. So I'm sending him over to his hair ain't combed. You know how you did that hairstyle before? You think you can do that again? Okay, cool, cool. Okay. Y'all have fun. Y'all have fun. Take care of my baby, okay? Don't make it hard. Don't make it hard for people to just be
Get
themselves.
on with their lives. Get on with their lives. Why are we making it hard? For what? It's over. You guys aren't going to be together. And right now, since I'm dropping this child off, what that child needs to see is a united front. And what does that
Exactly.
look like? That looks like me respecting you. Have a good time. Thanks. Thanks for
Absolutely.
me. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we have to do better. We have to do better. That's all I'm
Absolutely.
saying. We have to learn to show our children what is it? Be the change you want to see in the world.
Right. Right. Right.
Be
Right.
that
And
change.
co-parenting comes with respect,
Yes.
communication,
Yes.
setting boundaries, and having a united front.
I like
Period.
that. I
Period.
like that. I like that. I
Because you ain't
like that.
listen, you all ain't about to team up against me. What? You gonna tell your dad I did what? Absolutely not. Because at the end of the day, guess whose side he gonna be on?
Yours.
Mine.
And
Mine. And we're doing it
you
because we
know,
love you.
and you know what's crazy? The thing is, just like you, I have two. I'm gonna just call them baby daddies because that's what they are, right?
Hmm.
But unlike you, I wasn't in no serious relationship. You know, the first one was some jump off. But it is what it is, right? It is what
Happens.
it is.
It's life. It's life.
So that child is 22 years old. And when he went to college, when he turned 18 and he went to college, I didn't have to deal with his father anymore.
Hmm.
But in between that time when I had to deal with his father, I had to swallow my pride 50 million times. I had to swallow that lump 50 million times. I didn't like a lot of things, but I got my son in a mindset. We have a goal. That goal
Hmm.
is you need to graduate, you need to be educated, you need to have scholarships to go to college so you can go where you want to go. Okay? I had
Exactly.
to get in his mind like that. We needed to
Hmm.
talk like that because I needed to focus his mind on his future, right? So
Exactly.
so in front of his father, of course, we was a united front. Couldn't couldn't stand him. Can't stand him to this day. Don't give a
I
dag
was
one.
waiting for you to say it. I was
I
waiting for
mean,
you to say
I'm a
it.
bold one, so it is what it is. I don't like that man. Hate him. But until my son was 18, hi, how are you? Yes. Mhm. So we're gonna take him where? Yes. Okay. And when he turns 18, don't even think about calling my phone. I don't,
Yes.
for no reason. Nothing. You could die today, tomorrow. Your father died? Oh, okay. I don't just expect to know. I'm teaching you. I disrespect them. And I would never tell, I mean, my children know my true feelings, but I still would never disrespect him in that sense. You understand? He is
Absolutely.
his father. But I don't have to like him.
Absolutely.
I don't have to like him. You don't have to like them. But if you notice what I said, we have no communication, you know? So sometimes after it's all said and done, maybe you don't need to communicate. Maybe that's what's best for the circumstance. Him and my son, they have their own relationship, but I don't need to be involved anymore. He's a grown man.
Absolutely. But co-parenting don't stop at age 18. You know that. You
No,
know
it
that.
does not. It does not. Because the other kids are all over 18 and I'm still co-parenting with the other parent. But with that parent, I just decided. I see him when my son get married or something like that.
And
We'll
sometimes,
take the
listen,
pictures together.
yes, but
We'll take, we'll take the
sometimes
pictures
it's like
together.
that. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you got to swallow that pride
Yep.
pill and say, you know what?
Yep.
If it
Yep.
wasn't for my child, boy, I'll put you on your ass.
That's what it is.
If it wasn't for my child here, boy, what? I'll put you
Listen.
on that. But you know what? I mean, when you look back on it, there's going to be a time when you're going to say, it was all worth it. It was all
I
worth
agree.
it.
I agree.
My
I agree.
sons, my daughters, they're out here living their life,
I
being
agree.
productive,
I
doing what
agree.
they had to do. That's
I agree.
because, that's because me and their father, we did that.
Parents. We're parents, and what's the main thing we do as parents? Sacrifice.
Woo, woo, child. Woo.
You ain't got a choice. We
Ain't got no
sacrifice.
type of choice.
No
None,
choice. Like
honey.
what I
No
say,
type of
it's not
choice.
about you. It's
What they
not
always
about
say,
you
it's
no
not
more.
about
When you had a
you.
baby, it's not about you. And it's
Listen,
still not about you when they're 18 either. You still gotta.
listen, it stopped being about you when you brought them home. You thought, oh, what you thought that was gonna last? After them little cute clothes and stuff, after that phase was done, oh, that's when the real work comes in. And now we got to be
Yeah.
real parents and everybody else then dispersed and we're left with these kids.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what
Yep.
happens. That's why
Yep.
co-parenting is so important, people. I can't stress it enough. I cannot.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to reach out for help when it's getting
Yes.
stressful. Don't be afraid to, have a mediator. And as much as I don't like, having to preach to go to court, if you find yourself not able to do it, you might have to get courts involved because the courts don't only just do like support and all that stuff. They do parenting classes. They show you what it looks like to co-parent.
Yes.
They give you a platform to speak on your frustrations as being a parent. And
Right.
they put something in place so you can be successful at parenting. Because it doesn't come with a handbook. It's not easy, but don't make it harder on yourselves.
Right. And I also believe that one more thing about parenting and co-parenting is you have to be vulnerable in some places. You have to be vulnerable
You
and
do.
honest. You do. Sometimes you might need to say, I'm just not okay yet. So because I'm not okay, can we just do things this way for a little while? But
Right.
you have to communicate those things. You have to talk about those things. You have to say, yeah, no, I'm not okay. And you maybe being vulnerable will give you and that other parent a pathway to be able to lead to better co-parenting
Right.
because you're honest, because you're communicating, because you're showing your vulnerability. And it's like, oh, dang, you ain't trying to be big and bad today, huh?
Right.
Okay. So again, we're imitating good behaviors so our children will do what we're doing. And then they can grow up and be these great adults,
And
having
then
great
then the
relationships,
and
successful marriages, great friendships, all this great stuff.
and then when it's your time to be grandparents, you can be like, "Oh, child, take this baby. Y'all go figure it out.
Yes.
You better go ahead and co-parent."
And you teach them how to co-parent because they will
Yes.
have something to look at and say, you know what? But my parents co-parented. They raised me and they weren't together. I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't easy. I've seen them have some hard conversations, but when I needed them, they both was there. They worked together. Be the example.
And you know, some of us were difficult children. I ain't gonna say who.
Not me.
Some of us might have been a little bit difficult. So, ooh, ooh. So
Weren't you
as
an only child?
always,
Weren't you
no,
an only child?
I am an only child. Listen, but my mother says, yeah, I had one child, but that child had 10 different personalities. Girl, what?
No. But why did our parents always say, wait till you get older and you have a child that act just like you? I used to be like, I want a kid to act like me. Okay, but I have two of them that act just like me. Yeah,
And
nah.
all
I'd have
your
punched
kids
me right in my throat.
stole your
Mm.
face. All your kids stole your face. So you arguing with yourself sometimes.
Did you just say you arguing with yourself? Man, that is killing me when these
Uh,
kids they look like you, be coming around the corner, you be like, what the
girl, give your mom back her face immediately. Don't
please
do
give me
that. Don't
back my
scare the
face
aunt.
because I'm tired of people telling me all my kids look like me. It's fine. Y'all kids look
Look,
like y'all out
my
there.
kids look like me. I
Does
got a son.
your
Listen,
kids look like you?
listen. They say my kids look like me, but I look at them
Brooklyn's
like, no,
mother,
that's
I
all your
know for
father,
sure.
fathers.
Huh?
So,
Oh, your
okay, so
kids.
let's get into this. Let's get into the second part. So, I made the announcement, put the flyer up. We're gonna give away some money today. Money,
Oh,
money,
you
money.
know it's funny.
So I'm feeling kind of generous. So I'm looking to pick at least two people. So I'm gonna let you pick somebody, and then I'm gonna pick somebody. So roll it through.
All
Who
right,
you got?
let me see. Who we looking like up in here? Let me see. You gotta still be on. Let me see who's up in here. Okay, so who is CEE 9049?
Ooh,
Whoever that is, I'm gonna need you to send me your Cash App.
ooh,
Did you
ooh.
get
Okay. Let me see who I have. Let me see who I have. I'm gonna put it in here. Put it in here. Damn. Okay. It's rolling.
CEE?
It's rolling. It's rolling. I see you. Okay, this is no lie. This is no lie. She on here. Mahogany 85 girl. Yes, it is your night. Girl, I got your
Yes,
cash app. You don't even have to
mahogany.
worry about it. You know what?
We already
I'm
got our
feeling
Cash App.
generous. I'm feeling generous. Let me pick one more person. You got CC. You got
I got
C9049.
CC
Okay, I got
9049. She
Mahogany.
is a
Let me
winner.
pick one more person. Who
Are we
I
doing
got
one
on
more?
here? I'm
We
gonna
doing
pick one
another one?
more person. Hold on, you know what? Let me see who was on previously because you know sometimes people gotta be in and out. They gotta go, go, go.
They
All right,
got
I'm scroll. Oh, she sent a request to be in here and I missed it. I do apologize for that. Boo. But they were like, yo,
Ooh.
can I be on here? Can I be on here? Let me see. Let's see
CE.
who I have. And if I mess up your name, please, I apologize. I apologize. Don't hit me. Okay, I have Refined by Tina the Barber.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, so
Refined.
that's three people. I need y'all to send us your Cash App, DM us. This is not a scam. This is for real.
It
This is
is
just our
definitely
audience
real.
incentives. So when you see the
So,
flyer posted, make sure you stay on. Make sure you join. Interact with us because this ain't gonna be the last time we doing this. We feeling mighty generous. Okay, generous.
so listen, you guys need to DM us your Cash App information. After you get your money, we want you all to tag us and share our flyers saying you was on our session and you won some money. We was about
And
that
we
life.
hooked
We
you
sent you a
up.
little
And we
something, something,
hooked
little
you
change for
up.
gas tank,
Little
something.
bit change, okay? Because we feeling generous. And as always, from the bad guy and the bold one, we thank you for joining us. And hey, we're going to do this again, same time, same place. Maybe we'll have another incentive soon. Don't worry,
Hey,
I'll
hey,
post
hey,
about it.
get your beads stacked.
Yes, I listen,
I
Stacks.
got your wrist.
I'm
I, I got your
Stacks.
wrist. I got
Stacks.
your wrist. I
We
got your
coming
wrist.
through with it. We coming through with
Stacks.
it.
We need you. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you guys. Don't forget, send us those cash apps. Until next time, bye.